I was driving through the back roads at midnight alone when the engine died. There was no service, no passing cars, and an old farmhouse's light flickering in the distance. I thought it was just bad luck. Then I saw the shape in the window. That moment changed everything. What started as a simple road trip turned into one of the darkest nights of my life. And the person I was when I arrived wouldn't be the same one I walked away as.
I can still feel the rumble of the engine when it first faltered, the tires bouncing over cracked asphalt under a clear October sky. I'd left the city at dusk, excited to escape the weekly grind for one night. Just me, the open road, and a playlist of old songs. My phone showed 1 bar of signal, then nothing. Perfect, I thought. No calls, no distractions. About 90 minutes in, I noticed the fuel gauge dipping faster than usual. I had filled up earlier, but maybe not enough. With the moon high overhead, I pulled off onto a gravel turnout, turned the engine off, and stepped out. The air was crisp, a faint breeze rustling the trees at the edge of the clearing. I opened the hood, checked the fluids. Nothing seemed unusual. Lights still off. Dead. I climbed back in, returned to the key, and tried again. Nothing. Just silence. It was about 1:15 a.m. when I decided I'll walk to the farmhouse ahead, see if the owner can give me a jump or a phone call. It looked abandoned, or at least quiet, but a single light flickered in the window. I locked the car, grabbed my small duffel, and set off down the dark driveway lined with tall pines. The farmhouse door swung open before I reached the porch. A tall woman, maybe in her early 30s, wearing an old denim jacket, greeted me. "Need some help?" Her voice was calm, but carried an edge of wariness. "My car died. I was hoping I could use your phone." I nodded, grateful. She nodded back and invited me in. Inside, the house smelled of wood smoke and age. Dust motes floated in warm lamplight. She led me to a kitchen table where an old corded phone sat beside a stack of unopened bills. I dialed my roadside service number. No answer. I looked at her. She frowned. "Phone line's out around here sometimes. You could stay the night if you like. The guest room's free." I hesitated, but the cold and darkness outside were enough. "Thank you. I'd appreciate it." Upstairs, the guest room was simple. One bed, a dresser, a window facing the driveway. I set my duffel on the floor, lay down on the bed, and stared at the ceiling. My mind circled back to the day's work. Emails unanswered. Meetings scheduled for Monday. Here I was, far from that world, in a quiet house with a stranger who offered shelter. It felt oddly peaceful. Then, around 3 a.m., I woke. The moonlight through the window revealed the silhouette of a figure standing at the foot of the bed. My breath caught. "Hello?" I whispered, voice thick. No answer. The figure was motionless, as if studying me. I felt panic rise. I sat up. The figure vanished. I reached for the bedside lamp. Empty charger port. Flicked the switch. Nothing. In darkness, I heard the floorboard outside the door creak. Slow steps. Then silence. Then a soft sigh. I froze. My heart loud in the quiet room. "Why are you here?" A voice barely audible behind me. I turned. No one. I scrambled off the bed, grabbed my phone, looked for signal. None. I edged toward the door. The handle turned. I lunged back. The door didn't open. The security chain held. I caught a glimpse of a coat sleeve, pale in moonlight, slipping away down the hall. I pressed my body flat against the wall, waited. Minutes passed. No footsteps, no flash of the figure, just the steady whisper of wind through the window. At 4:10 a.m.,
The sun's faint light crept in. I slipped out of the room, tiptoed downstairs. She sat at the kitchen table, sipping tea. I heard someone upstairs, I said. My voice was hoarse. She didn't look surprised, just sad. I know, she said quietly. You should leave. I blinked. Leave now? I asked. Yes. She placed her cup down. You should go now before it gets worse. She handed me a key. Park your car at the end of the drive. When you're ready, walk straight to the road and I'll flip the farmhouse light. Someone will stop for you. Confused but trembling, I fetched my things, walked out into the cool morning air. My car was exactly as I left it. No damage. I sat inside, doors locked, and waited until I saw her standing on the porch, the light switch in her hand. She flicked it on, then off. I drove away without looking back. Later, I checked the news. A man missing, found days later in an abandoned cabin 2 hours from here. He said someone had come for him. In the middle of the night, he was taken, released, if you can call it that. Another traveler found in a nearby motel, same story. Heard footsteps, locked themselves in, woke up bruised. The surveillance footage showed nothing. Nothing official said those incidents were connected to that house, but the missing man's phone was found on that very driveway. Months later, I messaged her just to say thanks. She replied, "You're safe now. That's enough." She changed her number after that. I still drive back roads when I need escape. But now, I always park facing the road, keep my phone charged, and I never accept unofficial shelter after midnight. I think of the farmhouse often, about the figure in the room, about how easy it was to almost become another missing person. And sometimes I wonder, what would have happened if I'd stayed longer?